And we're back with year number 9 in the Stanley Cup playoffs after 2 straight years of absolute disgust from the boys. We bounced back and we finished this year 51, 23 and 8, 4 and 6 in the last 10. Not too impressive in the last 10, but 51 wins, a great year. And we got the Boston Bruins in round number 1. We have home ice advantage. Let's go take a look at the Boston Bruins just to refresh us on who the Boston Bruins are. What do they got cooking? I imagine no more Bergeron. Exactly. No more Bergeron. No more Marchand. They got a brand new squad here. First line left wing, Fabian Lysell. 5'11", 26 years old, top 6 potential, 88 overall. How did his season go? 87 points in 82 games, so definitely a good player to play on that first line. And in the middle, we have one of the former Ottawa Senators in this series, Alexander Barkov, the first line center, 93 overall, 33 years old now. He's coming off a 113-point season, so you know he wants his revenge. And then on the right side, they have Pavel Buchnevich, who is a superstar X-Factor. Pretty surprised about that. They probably got a +5 on that line, so Barkov's going to be playing up to approximately a 96. The second line, Jonathan Drouin, who's an 87, grew pretty nicely. Par Olin, a 23-year-old medium elite potential. What is he? A playmaker. Statistically, 75 points for him. So another good player on that team. And then Alex Tuch. That top 6 is disgusting. I mean, this is going to be a tough team to contend against. But their bottom 6 looks a little bit weaker. So hopefully we can take advantage of that bottom 6. On the left side, they got Axel with a beautiful hair, I should say. Wow. In the middle, Erasmus Kapari, 81 overall, 29 overall, or 29 years old, not 29 overall. I wish he was 29 overall. And then Bruce O'Brien on the right side. Looks like he's a draft pick. 24, medium top 6, a good young potential player. 39 points, +4. And then on their fourth line, Gushchin, Danil Gushchin, 5'10", 27 years old, fourth line forward. I mean, nothing to be desired. A Graham Shelley, another one of their prospects. He could be pretty good on that fourth line, though. 30 points in 82 games. And then finally, Michael Robichard. And he is a medium elite. I'm surprised they have him so low in the lineup. Wow, medium elite. 4th round, 101st overall pick. That's a great pick by these guys. Physical stats are unreal, 5-star. But that's kind of where he strives. Good defensively, too. How do you play this year? 28 points, 22 goals on the fourth line. He's definitely a natural goal scorer. Defensively, what do they got? They got Victor Mete, a former Ottawa Senator. Again, I don't think he played too much with us. Yeah, 16 points. He played 1 year with us. He had 16 points in 82 games, +6. Other than that, I don't think we re-signed him. We could have potentially traded him too to get the younger guys playing. Charlie McAvoy, the rock of their back end there. Second line, they got Walker Exelby, who's a top 4, 22 years old. I mean, the bottom, 5 of their 6 defensemen are pretty bad. 80 overall are under, but I'm sure they're going to find a way to stop our scoring somehow. McAvoy is probably one of the best defensemen in the game right now, so can't trash him. But Exelby's playing with Brandon Montour, who's actually a pretty solid defenseman, but he is 35 years old, a little bit slower, I imagine, nowadays. Let's check his speed out here. Just kind of want to see it. Speed, 87. I mean, he still got some wheels for the old man. Fourth line, or third defensive pairing, Connor Carrick with the beautiful scar on his chin there. 78 overall, another 35-year-old. And then Oliver Ullman, who is a 21-year-old superstar X-Factor. Medium top 4. Honestly, if I was them, I'd put Ullman up the lineup, but that's not my business. And in nets, they shouldn't have Tuukka Rask. He should have retired by now. They have Matt Sogard, another Ottawa Senators prospect. They might be going with Michael DiPietro as the series goes along, but as of right now, Sogard is their starter. I mean, they got a pretty damn good team. I'm not going to take it away from them, but their bottom 6 and their defensemen, can definitely be upgraded a little bit. If we go take a look at our squad now, we have one of the best players in the NHL this year, Ferland, paired with Langenbrunner, who had an absolutely unreal year, 68 goals in 82 games. He's going to be playing with Tim Stutzle as well. Second line, Brady tkachuk, Bob Huxley, who had a really good year, 51 goals, only 9 of those on the power play, so he was very effective for us. He's going to be playing with Brady tkachuk and Timothy Tarasov. He wasn't overly productive, but I mean, it works. That line works, so I'm definitely going to keep him there. I could make a change like this, but we're going to stick to what's working. If we need a change eventually, we'll make that change, but these guys are all superstar X Factor. And then we got Langdon, one of our draft picks. He is going to be a stud, hopefully. 80 overall, 19 years old, medium elite. He's coming off a 19-point year. Not too crazy, but in the future, he's probably going to be going up there to play on that line. But then we got Phil Pitt, a defensive prodigy. His defensive skills are sick. He was a -15 and -28, so it doesn't look like he's got great defensive skills. In the OHL, he had a great year. I remember that. But yeah, defensively, 87 defensive awareness, 85 stick checking. For a young guy, I mean, that's really good. So I'm very happy with him. And then Xavier Bouglet, who we've had on the team for a while now. And then our fourth line, we got the shutdown with Bruce, Tiny DeMaio, and Cody Glass. They won't be playing much, but they still are a very good fourth line. I wonder what their time on it. Yeah, so they play around 11 minutes per game, it's not terrible. 12 minutes for Tiny, and Bruce is up to 12. Pitt, how long does Pitt play? Not going to show me. Okay. Looks like we don't get to see. Bouglet's at 17. Langenbrunner, 17. Wow, Langenbrunner doesn't play more than Bouglet. 1739, 1743. That's crazy. I would expect it to be a little bit more of a gap there, but that's all right. And then defensively, this is where I think we really, really have an advantage over the Boston Bruins. We got Chuck Montgomery, Eric Brandstrom, Thomas Chabot, Brant Clark, Alexander Malkin, and Wesley Garvin. I mean, our defensive core is sick. They have 190 overall. We have 388 plus overalls. So, and all of them are superstar X Factor. We have no excuse to score on these guys. And then in the nets, I would also give us a nod with Pierre Blouin and Demetrius Fedoruk. Blouin, I mean, he was good this year, but it doesn't matter until you can do it in the playoffs. Let's get into it. Game number 1, the Ottawa Senators versus the Boston Bruins in Ottawa. We got to get that 1-0 advantage. Series number 1. It's been 3 years since we made the playoffs, I believe. And first period, we're unable to break the ice as we're getting outshot 14-7 on home ice. Boys, these guys, they're a bunch of 80 overall defensemen. Their top 6 is great. Their bottom 6 is awful. Let's get some pucks on the net. And there it is. The first goal on DiPietro comes from a power play marker from Bob Huxley. And we have a 1-0 lead going into the third period as Jonathan Drouin, it takes him 2 minutes and 9 seconds to even up the game as the Boston Bruins tied at 1. And Alexander Barkov scores 2 goals back-to-back, coming back to haunt the Ottawa Senators. Don't end like this. Don't let Barkov put us down. 3 minutes left. And it looks like in game number 1, we fall to the Boston Bruins 4-1, up 1-0 in the third period. But Barkov has a monster game. 2 goals, 1 assist. Time to run it back right away. Run it back. Come on, guys. We got to score more than 1 goal against this defensive core and this goaltender. First period, still can't break through. 14 shots to 4, but still just a 0-0 game. Having trouble scoring, but there we go. We get Victor Mete. All of the old Senators are coming back to haunt us here. But we get a goal from Brandstrom, who is on the crease for some reason. And then Stefan Ferling gets his first career playoff goal as he scores on the power play on DiPietro. We're outshooting them 35-11 this game, but only a 1-goal lead. It's anyone's game. A huge penalty kill, and Barkov scores. The old Sens are killing us here. Barkov and Mete have both goals. Come on, boys. We can't lose this one. We're outshooting them 41-20. 3 minutes left, and Chuck Montgomery gets one from the point late, and we get a power play, and we seal that one with a 3-2 win thanks to Chuck Montgomery. A goal and assist for him, Ferland, and Brancham. 1 goal, 3 hits. The series is now even at 1. Let's simulate to the next game. We're now going to Boston. I mean, we got to score. We got to score. We are having a tough time scoring against these Boston Bruins. They got such a weak defensive core, but the morale probably helping them out massively. Let's get into this one. Boston, Game 3, tied series, 1-1, first period. And there it is. Langenbrunner finally breaks through in the series. Timothy Tarasov gets one also as the first and second line get us a goal, but their second liner, Alex Tuch, gets them a goal. We're getting outshot 15-11, but I mean, we're still in this one. Second period, Phil Pitt gets his first career goal in the playoffs as we have a 3-1 series lead now over the Boston, not series lead, game lead. I wish it was series lead, but Druin brings him within 1, and we get a huge power play goal from Brant Clark, restoring the 2-goal lead. Can we hold on here? Come on, boys. 6 minutes. Just keep firing the pucks on the net, boys. Keep firing it. 2 more minutes, and we're able to take game number 3 and take a 2-1 series lead over the Boston Bruins as Bluin has a big game. 28 saves, 933 save percentage. Jonathan Drouin and Alex Tuch are the other stars, as Tuch has a goal and an assist, and Drouin 1 goal, 4 hits. Let's keep it rolling here, boys. Keep it rolling. Stefan Ferland, 4 points in 3 games. Looking good. Game number 4 to take a stranglehold 3-1 series lead over the Boston Bruins, who are a very good team. Don't get me wrong about that. Their top 6 is very lethal. But it's the former Ottawa Senators that I'm worried about. Barkov, Mete, Sogard, first period. And Alex Tuch gets another goal as he fires one through Bluin in the high slot as the Boston Bruins take the lead in the first period. Apparently it's 20 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. Not sure how that works. But second period, we do get a goal from Bob Huxley, but they get one from Par Olin. And we're down 2-1, being outshot 34-17. Come on, boys. They are pouring it on, and a huge penalty kill here. We're able to kill it. We got 10 minutes now, boys. Come on, for a 3-1 series lead here. You're telling me we can't get past this goaltender, this defense, and we can't. We fall 2-1. Who is their goalie? DiPietro, a big game from DiPietro. I mean, Bluin played well too. Letting 3 goals on 44 shots. Like, it's not terrible, but we shouldn't be allowing 44 shots to the Boston Bruins. What I'm thinking here. But the series, even back at 2. Even back at 2. It's now a best-of-3 series, and we have home ice advantage for game number 5. Give me the explosion of goals here. I meant explosion of goals for our team. Oh, wow. The Boston Bruins score 4 goals on 11 shots on Bluin. We get one from Bruce, but Bushnevich, Gushchin, Druin, and O'Brien all get one. Second period, can we just get 1 or 2, make this a game? We get 1, but they get 2. As this was not a pretty game here. This was not a pretty game here. Out shooting them 33-18, but down 6-2. A bunch of power plays in the third period. Still on the power play. We get 1. We get 1 to make it 6-3, but O'Brien comes back and scores on us 7-3. A terrible game from Bluin as he lets in 7 goals on 22 shots. Losing 7-3, down 3-2 in the series. Charlie McAvoy, what a game. 4 apples. Druin, a goal, 2 assists, and O'Brien, 2 goals, 0 assists. We got to make some changes. Who is playing bad here? Let's take a look. Player stats. Huxley, 5 points. Montgomery, 5 points. -4 for that first line, eh? Langenbrunner's not doing too much there. What's his poise? 87. Stutzle, 88. We got to make a move here. We got to make a move. Shabbat, -8, 0 points. Oh, man. What can we do? Montgomery's having a great playoff series, though. Tkachuk's playing well. Okay, we gotta... I don't really want to break it up because realistically we have only had one bad game. But what about how is Buble been? He's only got 1 assist. Tarasov's been a little bit better, honestly. Ooh, what do we want to do here? Tkachuk on that line, maybe? I think I just got to keep it. You know what? We'll bring Shabbat up to the first line. That second line wasn't working. It just wasn't working. So we'll have Shabbat and Montgomery for the +3. Brandstrom and Clark will play second line. They still get the +2. But I think that's all we can really do. We're down 3-2 in the series. We're in Boston now. Game number 6, round 1, after a 51-win season where we looked incredible. I mean, a couple wins off the President's Trophy. We're threatened in the first round by the Boston Bruins. Can we hold on and force a game number 7, first period, and we get the first goal as it's tiny, and then we give up a short-handed goal? You can't be doing that in the playoffs. Shots are 9-9, second period. It's another one of these defensive showdowns. Bruins playing well, though. 24 shots, only 1 goal against. 1 period. You win or you go home, Ottawa. Langenbrunner, Tim Stutzle, and it's Victor Mete, of course, the former Ottawa Senators. But Tiny DeMayo gets his second of the game. Oh, this guy's a stud, the fourth liner. Come on. Power play. Tim Stutzle. Oh my, Chuck Montgomery gets one. Lysel ties it up 3-3. Langdon gets one with 2 minutes left. Can we hold on? And we can. Timothy Tarasov gets a goal. That third period was wild. Absolutely wild. But that fourth line and third line really came to play today. DeMaio, a big game. 2 goals for him. 4 goals in the third period. And it doesn't come in a bigger time than that. And look at that. Shabbat gets his first 2 points as he picks up 2 apples. Game 7. Oh, man. We are on home ice. 3-3. Look at that. The Tampa Bay Lightning went to Game 7 as well. The Columbus Blue Jackets versus versus the New Jersey Devils in Game 7, and Toronto out in 5. Edmonton advances, Calgary advances, Nashville advances, and we got a Game 7 between the Blackhawks and the Dallas Stars. But more importantly, we got a Game 7 between the Ottawa Senators and the Boston Bruins on home ice here. The Ottawa Senators, can we keep the playoff run alive? Come on, boys. Langenbrunner, Tim Stutzle. I haven't seen anything. Get me some goals. And we're down first period as it's none other than Alexander Barkov, who scores on the power play as we're being outshot 16-13 in the first period. I mean, Stutzle, I need something from you. Second period, and it's Phil Pitt. 1-1. We got another defensive game. The controller's down, hands are on the head, and it's Tiny DeMayo. The guy's been an absolute legend these playoffs. Come on, big penalty kill here. Big. How long is this penalty? We kill it off a power play. Come on, boys. Give me the power play goal. Come on. 3 minutes. Can we hold on? A minute, 30 seconds, and Bob Huxley scores with 14 seconds left, and the Ottawa Senators are advancing to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs thanks to a huge game from Bluin, a huge game from DeMaio. I mean, DiPietro is an absolute animal this game too, but it just wasn't enough to take down the Ottawa Senators. What a series. And in round number 2, it doesn't get easier. We get the Tampa Bay Lightning. No luck on this one. I mean, we could have got any other matchup. Who's the other one? Carolina or New Jersey? I mean, I probably would have played New Jersey rather, but let's take a quick look at their lines before we end off this episode. The Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, this is going to be a scary team. Nikita Kucherov's still there. He probably lit it up in the first round, even at 85 overall. I mean, yeah, look at this. 100, 102, 130, 105, 111 playoffs, 8 points in the 7 games he just played. So he's definitely going to be a problem no matter what his overall is. It looks like Point had 11 points and Dylan Dubé had 9. I mean, do they still have Victor Hedman back there? Thank God they don't have Victor Hedman still. I think we had him for 1 year, actually. Hey Jack is one of our former Senators. And then in the nets, Vasilevsky, and a 64 overall backup. Let's take a look before we end the episode at our team stats for the playoffs in round number 1. That's team stats, not where I meant to go. Player stats. And Bob Huxley led the way with Chuck Montgomery. Chuck Montgomery was absolutely phenomenal in the playoffs here. What's his poise? Just off curiosity, 81. Yeah, like 6 points in 7 games. Brandstrom 5 points to Chuck, 5 assists. Ferlin, Stutzle, Langenbrunner 2 points in 7 games. I mean, that's just not going to cut it. That's just not going to cut it. 68 goals in the regular season, 1 goal in the playoffs so far. Thank God we survived it. Thanks to, where's my boy? Tiny DeMaio had an incredible playoff run so far. 7 minutes on ice, and he has 3 goals per game. I mean, you love to see it. You love to see it. But I'll see you guys in the next episode as the Ottawa Senators take on the Tampa Bay Lightning.